Guys, welcome to the podcast. We are in a silly, goofy mood. We're going to have a lot of fun today. I'm your host, May.
And I'm Laura, and this is Risque Business News. May, what are we talking about?
Oh, boy. So I wanted to talk about this because Kathy Hilton is in a little bit of hot water from some allegations from the show that she's on right now.
Hilton of Hilton Hotels.
Correct.
And vacations, I believe.
And Paris's mom.
And of Paris fame.
And
not
of
not
Paris
the city,
fame.
but kind of the city.
Right. So we're going to talk about the great American dynasty, the Hilton family. We're going to get into some details you might not know about them, where they made their wealth. It might be a two-parter, but it might be a one-parter that's kind of long. We'll see.
Strap in. We have no idea. Let me tell you that. All I know, mostly what I know about the Hiltons is that I would assume the whole family's blonde because of Paris.
Kathy has a sister who's brunette.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my theory.
That's
listen,
the twist.
we're all learning. Yeah, that's the scandal.
And scene.
Where's the money? I don't understand how you make money.
Hold on.
from that, though.
2 stand-up comics in New York City.
Just learned a lot of this stuff. I'm going to ask all the stupid questions that you might be thinking at home, but are afraid to ask people.
Making it to where you feel like you're too stupid to be able to ever engage in it, they win.
Why the fuck are they doing this?
It's to make money. It's Risque Business News.
So Laura gets the Wall Street Journal in physical form.
Physical form. By the way, I didn't ever ask for that.
Wait, really?
I don't know.
You must have.
I think I signed up, like, you know when you're subscribing to things online and you don't read what you're subscribing to?
All the time. And you
Right?
just put down your credit card and then you move on with your life.
Apple
and-
Pay, because I assume that's not real. No, Apple Pay doesn't actually go to
No.
So anyway, I did that, and this now shows up to my doorstep like it's the 1950s.
It's crazy. You get like your milk delivered too.
yeah, and I don't drink milk. I fucked the milkman. I don't know. I fucked the newspaper boy. I don't know.
Crazy. So on the front page of it is about how last week we talked about how Vince McMahon was never going to retire and he stepped down from CEO.
He did step down. That 100% has my address on it.
Oh, fuck.
I just like zoomed in.
Should we redo that? But yeah.
Okay, so anyway, apparently that's going to be removed. If not, send me gifts. But yeah, last week we talked all about Vince, and okay, I really didn't read this article, but I will say that more than likely, my guess is he stepped down in the way that like he's not really stepping down because he owns the majority share of the company, but he's like, if you need me to technically not take a salary, like, fine.
Sure. But
Like,
I mean, I don't think he's going to be on stage anymore, right?
I bet he will. I guess we'll find out.
I guess just because he's not CEO
Yeah,
doesn't
why
mean
would
he can't go on stage. That's right.
There's like
Yeah.
literally no reason to. Also, I think
Yeah.
that this is mostly just so that they don't they have a better court case.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Because by doing this, when they actually go to whatever, issues that they might have with labor unions, they can point to it.
Right.
Even if it might not change like how the company actually operates.
True.
Once again, I did not read this article.
Wild speculation.
This is completely speculation. But I would like to note that the Wall Street Journal has a very delightful little headline here with a little pun in there: on the ropes for alleged misconduct.
Cute.
McMahon retires.
Love that.
On the ropes, as in a wrestling ring.
Right. I got it. Yeah.
That's why they get paid the big bucks. That's why we're here. They're there. Pretty good.
That's very funny. I also see here on the front page, Twitter revenue declines. I love to see that. That's always good news.
Absolutely. Step towards a fairer future in which Twitter is in the toilet.
My self-control is so bad. Like when I heard that they were removing TikTok off of new iPhones or whatever, I was like, oh, this is like something they're trying to implement, I guess.
Oh.
And I
Like,
was
it's a business podcast. We talk about.
right. Yeah. And I like
Hello?
my first thought was like, thank God. And I'm like,
know.
May, or you could just not scroll through TikTok all day long. Like that's an option.
I need it to physically not exist.
Right.
Otherwise, I will be there.
I am like ACAB about social media apps. I'm like, burn them to the ground. No, if I can't enjoy them, no one can.
It's kind of like when my friends hang out without me, and I'm like, that's illegal.
Yeah.
You may not. I want to be invited to everything, decline, because I don't want to necessarily go, and then no one else hang out. That's
Right.
how I feel with social media apps.
Yes.
Remove them. No one may have fun because I don't want to participate.
No, I agree. Yeah, and I don't put any energy whatsoever into TikTok, and I'm like, how am I not blowing up
Yeah.
on this app that I never post on.
I have posted 0 content. Why am I not famous?
Yeah. I do that about everything, though. I'm like, this comedy club never books me. It's probably because they have no idea who I am and have never seen me before in their lives. But I'm taking it personally.
It is absolutely ridiculous that they didn't go very far out of their way. Like, just the disgustingly far.
Right, that they didn't discover me from all the 0 content I post. Anyway,
All
we're
right,
taking
cool.
agency
So
in our own
anyway,
lives.
TikTok on the way out, McMahon on the way out. Here we've got our priority set. First and foremost, Vince McMahon just crushing it at number 1. Right next to it, Twitter. And we all know the only reason they're reporting on that is because Elon Musk is
Right.
out of control.
He really
We'll be
is.
revisiting that next week because it's time.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't heard, he had an affair with the Google co-founder's wife.
I think this guy's like, I don't know enough about, I think it's Sergey.
I thought
right?
you were about to say you didn't know enough about Elon. I'm like, are you serious? We could get our PhDs in Elon.
I am actually going to give myself an honorary PhD. Yeah. We're gonna have a little ceremony when I finally finish the Elon episodes.
Oh my God.
Part 20.
Right.
It'll be like the Super Bowl. It's just running forever. Anyway, so point being, that's our priority set is
That's
WWE,
hysterical.
Twitter, and then bottom right corner is this massive war that's going on that apparently their clips are not doing strongly enough online or something like that.
They need a new producer.
They really need to
They
get
gotta
their
bring in a third camera,
their
something like that.
TikTok needs to get in order. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
They gotta get snappier with the captions, something. Because we're not interested.
We're not listening. And they're like, we need help. And we're like, we don't want to. But we don't want to do that.
And also, your soldiers haven't danced once
yeah,
on
excuse
TikTok.
me. Yeah, they danced a couple times at the beginning, remember? And we kind of leaned in. We were like, we're listening.
Yeah.
You went live. No one's going live.
So something else I wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah,
You
okay.
sent me this article, and I will be real with you. I did not read the article because it was behind a paywall, and that's how
come
dedicated
on,
to this
May.
podcast that I am. But
Okay,
you-
quick. I want to do a quick PSA. A quick PSA, which is probably not great for a group that would eventually like to level into like an advertisement kind of group. There is an app in which you can unpaywall all of these things.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, send
I
it
can't
to
believe
me.
I haven't sent this to you.
Yeah, that's insane. Because you sent it, and I was wanted to read it, and then I had the
And
paywall,
then you were
and I was
like,
like,
no.
okay. And then I did something else, and then but then it sounded really interesting. I would like you to explain to me
Oh,
the religious
God.
sect is getting sued by
So
Google.
it's the
Yeah.
basically it's a cult that's like a little bit too tightly tied in with the folks over at Google, I guess, or at least alleged.
That's
with this,
interesting.
it was a New York Times article I think I sent you.
Okay, so
Yeah, so there's as of June 20th, 2022, this religious sect landed Google in a lawsuit. So I'll look into this like properly at some point without a paywall and maybe do a full story on it. But basically there is a cult that is like getting a bunch of people involved and they're taking a bunch of money. Also,
Okay.
did you see that the Unification Church, we need to do a story on that too. Remember when they assassinated a guy in Japan? Which can I just quickly say?
No.
Oh my God. You got to look it up, guys. You got to look it up. First and foremost, it's not funny whenever anyone dies, RIP.
Right.
However, he got assassinated, and I will say, you've made it when someone calls it assassination.
yeah, that's true.
Because if I get killed, it's murder.
it's murder. Yeah,
It's just murder.
we might get like a Discovery Plus or something. That'd be nice. That finally I'd get a credit. My God.
It's not going to be an assassination credit, let me tell you that.
No.
So this poor man obviously gets assassinated. I have no idea about Japanese politics. I barely have a handle on American. And
Right.
by barely, I mean I do not have a hold on American politics. So I'm not sure the details around it, besides the fact that the guy who shot him and killed him, which is unbelievably rare in Japan, was doing so because his family had basically been ruined by the Unification Church, which is like has a big, let's call it chokehold, because I don't fucking know, on Japan right now. And
Interesting.
like a lot of I think it's a Korean church.
Like the
or group.
Moonies.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, the Moonies are
Like,
the Moonies are interesting. They're a religious cult that they have these massive like wedding ceremonies where you get married with like 1,000 other people at once, and like
It's like the wedding industry.
yeah,
Like every wedding.
it's just like a fucking wedding factory churning them out, and everyone's like, that's a cult, and it's like, no, that's Witchmere Beach Club on Cape Cod, Massachusetts. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
this
it is fun.
This is fun. I'm definitely going to include this. Look at this. Seamstress versus Playboy. An assault case polarizes the citizens of old New York. Oh, that's a book. We're going to be I was like, no way.
that's just a fictional tale.
It's a fictional tale. Turns out Wall Street Journal has a lot of different sections to it.
That's
Also,
hilarious.
of all the ones to get in physical form, the Wall
Yeah.
Street Journal's so hardcore.
It's so intense. That's why I was like, okay, Laura, fucking bragging.
Not really. Like it just surprisingly showed up.
Okay.
Me being like, wait, what? This is the weirdest purchase of them all. Usually it's like bullshit from Amazon. Now it's
Yeah.
a full ass newspaper. Big one.
So, I can't believe those are like still in circulation.
It also shows up Saturday morning, which is
Oh.
really rude because I'm frequently hungover.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, this is a smart thing that I like
Yeah,
cannot
this
compute.
is something I should be reading, but instead I'm going to order a bagel from across the street for delivery.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do because of the Wall Street Journal financial advice.
God, I fucking hate being hungover. Oof. Brutal.
Oof.
Should we talk about
Let's
the Hiltons?
talk about the Hiltons.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah, speaking of fan fiction, I bet a bunch of this stuff's incorrect. But we're just gonna like usual. So we'll talk about the business first. So the Hilton name is one of the most recognized in modern American history.
It
Just
sure
kinda
is.
Fun,
I
like
do
a
know
little
them.
dynasty. So
I know them mostly from Paris, though.
Yeah, I know, right? Conrad Hilton Sr.'s empire is now just over 100 years old.
Wow.
So pretty old. And while it's now recognized as one of the most successful hotel chains in the world, and it even got a prize of one of the best companies to work for in 2020, which is ironic because
they
you wouldn't
picked-
think a hotel would be good in 2020 to work for.
Yeah, they were like, it was really empty.
Yeah, we didn't do anything.
Let me tell you, it was really fucking easy.
Yeah. It was a cushy ass job.
Yeah, that was really nice. Plenty of space. We hung out. There was a pool.
Yeah. So as of December 30th of 2019, I don't know why I include that weird detail. There was 584 Hilton hotels and resorts. And there's over 200,000 rooms in 94 countries across 6 continents.
That's
So,
a lot of property
a lot of property. It's obviously on the Fortune list of the top 100 companies.
out there
Blah blah blah. Yeah.
in
So
the galaxy.
in the galaxy.
I want to start my own list of like Fortune 100 Galaxy Edition.
So
Same list, but just, I don't know,
Yeah.
for fun.
So I'm going to talk about the people, like the, major players in the Hilton family and their backstories. I'll be honest, some of it's like a little sad, so that kind of stinks, but that's okay. It's just like interesting details about
But
the family
we're
you
in a
might
silly,
not
goofy
know.
mood.
We are in a silly, goofy mood. It will listen.
Listen.
We'll just be offensive through it. It's okay.
Okay, perfect.
All right. So Conrad Hilton. So he's the beginning of the empire. So it's this old guy.
He's always been old.
He's always
From
been
birth.
old.
He came out looking like this.
He was born December 25th, Christmas.
Second coming of Christ. Right here.
Yeah. 1887. That's so insane that people were born in 1887.
Yeah.
In New
You
Mexico.
hate to see it.
When, yeah, you hate to see what I'm talking about. So apparently his father was a businessman and he taught him the ropes at a young age. And according to the Herald Democrat, ever heard of it, Wall Street Journal,
I'll see if I can get that delivered.
Conrad's father, who was a Norwegian immigrant, probably why there's so many blondes,
Yeah.
ran a general store, which is
all
so
coming
cute,
together.
that he converted into a small hotel. And so as a young man, Conrad was elected into the very first session of the state of New Mexico's House of Representatives.
Wasn't that like back when it was like the Wild West?
Yeah. Well,
Right,
it's
like-
1912, so it was a territory before then, I guess. Oh.
Right. So that was like cowboy time, right?
Yeah.
Like that was like when they would make those, there's like saloons with the swinging doors. It's just only, yeah. And they were like, this guy's running a place with actual rooms. Like,
Right.
you're in charge.
People just like show up to duel him.
Yeah.
Oh.
He just survived enough of the duels and now he's in charge. They were like, put him in government.
Can you imagine how insane that would be to actually duel?
It is weird sometimes, like looking back at the ball, like people would take things to the streets.
Oh, yeah.
Hit you with a glove and you have to go fight to the death.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no.
Right. I would be like, I don't want to, I'm not as personally affected by this.
I'm really actually okay. You can, I don't know, do whatever it is you were trying to do, which was
Right.
defend your honor. Sure.
Yeah.
It's accepted.
Crazy.
Accepted.
No, people were badass.
People were really, they needed a little Xanax.
Yeah,
That's
they did.
my entire takeaway from like the kings and the queens, the saloons, the Western people, like Wild West, a little bit of Xanax.
Yeah.
No more fights.
I made an argument because, okay, now I'm back on my bullshit about how much I hate fucking social media. But, follow us,
online.
please. Thank you. Leave a comment. But I made an argument the other day when I was on mushrooms. Where
That is illegal.
it is illegal. But I was saying, because like some people were going outside and they were smoking cigs in front of this thing, and they were like, "Oh, I can't believe people still smoke." This person I was talking to was like, "I can't believe people still smoke cigs." Like, blah blah blah. And I was like, "Is it any more unhealthy to go outside and smoke a cigarette to kind of like disassociate, or stare at your phone and get a bunch of things that make you upset and get you stressed and get you angry? Which one is more unhealthy?" I think we should go back to ripping butts.
What if I do both?
Okay.
Hear me out. Smoking a cig and on my phone, same time.
Oh wow, that is luxurious. Honestly.
A little, I'm gonna die. I also don't smoke cigarettes because it hurts.
Yeah, I don't like smoking cigarettes.
Like,
Can I say that?
I'm such a pussy.
Me too.
I tried once and I was like, that hurt.
First of all, I've probably smoked one cigarette my entire life, and same thing. I hated it.
It hurts. Like it burns.
Yeah, and it like really made me feel nauseous.
Yeah, I'm
not
a little
good.
bitch girl.
So, speaking of people being badass, he served in the army in World War One. And
I think that was compulsory.
What do you mean?
Wasn't there a draft?
Oh yeah. Well, you know what's crazy? And maybe this is like not doing honor to my family or whatever, but but no one in my family has ever served in any war ever. Isn't that interesting?
Okay, brag.
Yeah.
Okay, weird flex.
Like they would go in and they would be like, "Yeah, I'm like missing a ball," or like whatever they needed to say to not have
they
to
were
be in the,
I don't
dodging
blame
the
them at
draft.
all. It's very strange. I feel like back then they would like that was considered bad to
It was,
draft dodge.
Well, yeah, it's extremely dishonorable and very pussy-ish,
But
right?
Also,
They're all
I
alive.
would 100%. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
They didn't have to go.
like nowadays,
to
we'd all
war.
be like, yeah, obviously you're going to draft up. What are you fucking talking about?
Of course.
I'm not going to go do what?
Yeah. So he purchased his first house, back to Conrad. He would purchase which I love that name, Conrad.
It has a good name.
It's cute. Whatever. So he purchased his house in Cisco, Texas, and would eventually open others throughout this. Oh wait, no, first hotel. Sorry.
Oh.
And he
Form of a house?
Yeah, he wasn't opening his house. He was opening hotels throughout the state, including in Dallas. So his dreams of a hotel chain were put on hold, however, when the Great Depression hit the country.
I hate that.
You hate to see it.
Yeah. When we record this, we might be in a Great Depression.
Yeah. I wonder what.
Right now we're recording and we're going to get hit with an interest rate hike.
I wonder what.
It's because I get the Wall Street Journal.
Does that
sounds
affect my thing?
No, I think
Okay.
you're good because you're done.
Oh.
I think you fucking
Nice.
nailed it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
May is talking about
I bought an apartment.
no, you didn't.
Mark bought an apartment, but I get to live in it, so that's whatever. But
I'm sorry, I was so savage on my part.
no, you're spitting facts though.
You're just being like, mm-mm.
Yeah, Mark bought an apartment. I get to live in said
sick.
apartment.
No, it's sick. And I mean, you would have bought it too.
Yeah. Laura believes in me.
I do. You're much younger than Mark.
Yes.
You're much younger.
Yeah.
Like, wait.
Like it's weird. Like people are talking. No, he is an old fart. Pretty hot though. So okay. So
I'm like, yeah. And I get way too.
I'm like, all right. So Hilton went bankrupt, R.I.P., and he saw many of his hotels
Jesus
close in the
Christ.
1930s.
See, this though is like pretty common. I feel like a lot of these stories that we do
Right.
about these very successful families, like I'll call it a dynasty. I'll go there.
Absolutely.
They start with just a massive
L.
belly flop.
They do.
Yeah, they take an L to the forehead.
Yeah. It's pretty inspiring.
Like
you
this.
know, like when I get rejected over and over
Lobs
and
that
over
have
and over and over
Never
again.
heard of you is May Planner a human being? We
Yeah.
do not know.
They're like, we've never
Certainly
heard
will
of
not
her.
put her on our stage. We do not know who that is.
And I'm like, why not?
They're like, you've never reached out. Not
No.
one time.
I've never stepped foot in half the places I complain about. I'm not even kidding. I've never gotten a drink order there. Never ordered a food.
Well,
They
point
don't
is,
know who I am.
Point is, that's your Hilton moment. That's your Hilton bankruptcy moment.
Yeah.
It's basically the same.
Exactly.
Sorry, this one's really off the rails. I don't fucking care, though.
Yeah. Who gives a shit? If you guys give a shit, please complain about it in the comments so that we get more engagement. Thank you. Okay, so after managing to expand and build back his hotel business throughout Texas in the early 1940s, he branched out to LA, and the Hilton Hotel Corporation was officially established in 1946.
Hell yeah. Good year.
You know what I hate about this source that I pulled?
What was it?
And had total control over is that, like, I feel like I still don't fully grasp where he got the seed money. Like, did people, I guess,
Oh, yeah. It might have been like
investors, I guess?
investors.
The mob?
I always like to assume the worst
Let's
case.
go with that.
Yeah, it was the Dallas mob.
It was the Dallas mob. Famously.
Famous Dallas mob.
They were scary.
Yeah. The cartel.
The cartel.
Cartel funded the Hilton hotels. You heard it here. This completely made up fact that I just put together.
But it's completely true.
Hashtag cartel.
Yes. Pablo Escobar.
We should cover the cartel at some point. I don't know if there's a ton of detail.
No, I don't think so. Also, that would be, speaking of dark, it would
Yeah,
be
it's
like,
true. It would just
then
be
they
like,
beheaded this
then
person,
they
they
murdered
shot these people.
more
Oh
murder.
my God. Dude, I saw this TikTok the other day that was so scary. So these people were driving in Mexico, and
Oh, no.
and they're, I don't know why
like,
they were.
what?
Yeah, but they were driving, like, and for some reason their phone was recording. I don't know if it was like an
Was it like
Uber.
a dash cam or something?
Yeah, a dash cam. And so they're just like trying to find their way or whatever, and then all of a sudden they notice this car like coming up really close to them, and they're like, oh fuck, they were like, what's this car doing? Like,
no.
just like super innocently, like, we don't know what's going on. And it was the cartel. And they
How'd they know?
because they cut them
They're
off,
like,
and then
hey,
they
it's the cartel. Can you pull over, please?
they just have signage on the side. Cartel.
Their license plate is cartel.
Yeah, cartel one. But anyway, no, they got out and they pointed guns at them,
Yeah.
and these people were literally about to have a fucking heart attack.
They do love
obviously.
guns.
And
They famously.
so I think what happened was that they took a wrong turn and they went into like cartel territory. And so the cartel was like, what the fuck are you doing here? And so that's why they like chased
were
them.
like, we're going to Cabo.
Yeah, I know. Poor people. But that they got away. Thank God.
Okay.
They let
That's
them go.
fair. That's good. That's a hell of a TikTok.
I was on the edge of my seat.
You got on cartel TikTok?
Oh, I'm on all types of wacky TikToks. Okay. Oh my God, I saw this other TikTok. This is just a TikTok description.
This is going to be a two-parter. Yeah.
I will explain this TikTok to you off air because
Okay.
I feel like people complain about people when they do exactly what I just did and explain a TikTok.
I like it.
I like it too.
I don't know. I had fun.
Honestly, remind me because this other one is crazy.
All right. You
Okay.
could send it to me.
I'll send it to you. I'll post it on our People are like, what is this?
It's not your content at all. You're like, I don't know. I liked it.
And it also has nothing to do with business news at all.
It's just, you duet it. It's just you standing next to it.
And I'm like,
Can you believe?
I'm going to start duetting because that's so easy to do.
Look at that shit.
Yeah.
Who knew? Yeah, duetting a lot of the time is just like, you just wanted to.
Right.
It's a retweet
Yeah.
with your face.
Sure.
You just retweeted with your face next to it.
I mean,
We should start doing that.
listen, I'm lazy as fuck, dude. I'll do that.
That's more than I'm doing. So.
It's way more than what. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'll post a stand-up clip once every 6 months.
And then duet it.
Yeah. Oh my God. I actually have started doing that. So I'll post my stand-up clip and then I'll have Greg's account duet my stand-up clip.
That's cute though.
Yeah, but his thing is that he's a misogynist, and so he
Yeah,
doesn't
I
like
know.
my humor because I'm female.
That's fair. That's fair.
So yeah. Anyway, follow Greg Cudenon. He also has wild politics. Okay.
Yeah,
So
we're working on it. He's
okay.
He's the best of boys.
So anyway, so the partying streak in this fam starts way back with old Conrad. So it's
Okay.
not even just Paris, because we obviously know that she's a
Yeah.
wild child. But he was known to drink to excess, and to court multiple women at once. Boo.
Yeah, that is rude unless it's your thing, in which case, do it. Like with approval.
Oh yeah. I was like, whose thing is that?
Yeah, people's.
All right.
Remember when Mark wore that pineapple shirt? Having
Oh my God. Yeah, Mark first of all, Chubbies, if you're hearing this, please sponsor us, and also stop sending him clothes because he has so many fucking clothes from you guys, and now he's wearing bathing suits to go to restaurants and stuff because he's like so hot. He looks so insane, like off the beach, but for the beach, they're great outfits.
Yeah.
But anyway, they sent
Chubbies.
him a bunch of like pineapple stuff, and I was like, that is supposed to be like the swingers. Yeah, he was not aware of that.
He's at this pool wearing the pineapple shirt. There's a lot of people who know what that means there.
Right.
And they're like,
yeah. And I'm like,
I was like,
no.
May, handle it. Figure that out.
Right.
Happy birthday, May.
Yeah, right. Happy birthday. All these people are hitting on my fiance. Okay. So anyway, his wife, this lady named Mary Baron Hilton, had some fidelity issues of her own, actually. So, okay, never mind. She's a freaking philanderer, too.
Who started it? She did.
Yeah, I guess.
Women can be pimps, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, ladies is pimps, too.
Ladies is pimps, too.
That's the quote.
It's true. So Conrad and Mary were married in 1925 and have 3 sons together, but Mary left him in 1934. So what is that? Not that many, 9 years of marriage. For a local football coach she had been having an affair with. What?
Well, this was
an
Texas.
L.
No. This is Texas they're in?
The gym teacher versus a Hilton?
No, you don't understand.
I don't think
High
so.
school football in small Texas towns,
He's like a celebrity.
It's like the most iconic position you could potentially ever have. They are the fucking president of that town. They
Wow.
run that shit. And they get
Crazy.
paid really well.
Really?
It's the wildest thing. You'll be driving through Texas and you'll come on a village. Let's call it a
Right.
village with a state-of-the-art football stadium.
Wow.
Like unbelievable.
That would be fun to go to. Like just as a
minus everything else.
well, yeah. No, yeah, you're right. But like it would be interesting
But I think
to
that's
go to as
literally
like
all
a voyeur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So they really love football down
Yeah.
there. So
Okay.
listen, lady, I get it.
I love doing things ironically. Like I would love to go to like
Ironically,
I would love to go to like a NASCAR match race, and I would love to go to a NASCAR race like ironically. But then I do so many things like that. I'm like, I think I'm just like kind of trashy.
I think I just enjoy it.
I just, like, enjoy trashy
I'm
things.
Not kidding. I want to go to a WWE event.
Oh my god, I would love it. We gotta go.
I'm gonna go, but once
Yeah.
it comes to New York, I'm assuming they do that frequently.
I bet it goes to
also, I live by
Barclays.
Barclays. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I live right there.
Yeah,
Come
let's
find
go.
me.
Okay, so then anyway, so Conrad began socializing with the rich and famous, which again, I'm like, how?
From Dallas?
From the hotels, I guess.
I guess they stayed at his hotel.
I'm like asking all these questions that I fucking should have known before this. Anyway, but
why did he hang out with anyone?
Yeah,
like,
like,
man,
who?
he operates a hotel.
yeah.
He told me that they have guests, not nightly, every night.
So he met Hungarian beauty queen Zsa Gabor.
Oh,
Isn't that insane? And then they married in 1942. I would be like, bye, bitch, to that old wife.
I can't believe she left him for a football coach in Texas, a small town football coach, like Friday Night Lights.
Yep.
She Friday Night Lights him, and then he married a Hungarian beauty queen. She's hot too.
She's super hot.
Oh my God, she's gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she's iconic.
Yeah.
This is probably why the Hiltons are the Hiltons, because of
Probably.
this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It really like skyrocketed them from just like,
A Texas
a Texas
Town.
hotel
chain.
versus
It's like them and Buc-ee's. Have you heard of Buc-ee's?
no.
It's like this gas station on steroids.
Oh, okay.
Just runs Texas. It has Texas by the throat. Buc-ee's, you gotta go. If
So
you're
it's
ever
like-
there, no, Luke's looking at me like I'm crazy. No one here knows about Buc-ee's, and you're
What's the one in Philly that everybody loves?
Wawa.
Yeah, that
Buc-ee's
is
is
good.
like Wawa, but like if it was double in size.
kind of insane that we
It
don't
is-
have Wawas in New York.
We have no gas stations.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have cars.
That's true.
We're like, why don't we have a massive gas?
Well, we have 7-Elevens and stuff.
Yeah, we
I mean,
do.
that would.
Well, I think we just did that with the bodega game.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. So anyway, the glamorous couple, they were only married for 4 years, in and out. And
Love to see it.
Zsa,
It's a good marriage time.
yeah, yeah, it's more than a lot of people can say, honestly.
It really is.
But she blamed their failed marriage on Conrad's guilt for divorcing his first wife and remarrying outside of the Catholic Church, which is insane. The church has really got a chokehold on people.
The church really had a moment where it controlled. I guess it still is doing that, and
Yeah.
I feel like in America it's gone. I'm not going to speak for everyone. If you're religious, who knows? But it just doesn't feel like they have the chokehold they used to.
No, this is a wildly personal thing to say on a
Hell yeah.
on a recorded podcast. But my grandparents on my dad's side, my grandpa left the family for like 10 years. And my grandmother never dated or anything because technically she was still married to him. And then he just showed back up and then they got back together because that's how much of a that's how religious she was.
That's nuts.
Isn't that crazy?
That is nuts. Meanwhile, I'll
R.I.P. Nana.
R.I.P. Nana.
Yeah.
I'll do you one better. Not really, but my mother got divorced and the Catholic Church kicked her out.
You've told me this before. I think that's so funny.
It's so funny. She was Catholic and they were like, you can't. And she was like, all right, I guess I'm going to head out.
Yeah, I mean, I guess is what my grandma was afraid of.
Yeah. They were like, you either have to annul the marriage, which means like it doesn't count, like no longer in the eyes of God. And she was like, but like we were married.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know what to tell you. Like, I can't go in
Damn.
the past. So they kicked her out.
That's crazy.
So I'm not Catholic.
No, you can't be. You're not
I'm
allowed.
like literally not allowed. Well,
Bye.
actually, I think I could probably go over. They'll take anyone at this point. They'll probably take my mom back.
Yeah, that's true. Their numbers are low.
They're slipping. Yeah, Catholic Church. They really need to get on their TikTok game.
Yeah, they should.
They
get on
really
their
should.
TikTok game.
I would love to see the Pope on TikTok.
That would be great.
I bet there is Pope TikTok.
Yeah, he's just riding around the Pope mobile. That's it.
That's it. Also shitting on people who had pets. Did you remember? Have we talked about this?
Oh yeah, he said that people with pets are like ruining society because they're not having kids or something. Yeah.
It's like a sin to like have pet or not.
Well,
that's a
to like
direct quote.
spoil your
That-
pet.
or to have pets in lieu of children, which I clearly do.
Yeah,
I
both
am
do.
so hard not invited into the Catholic Church.
No, they hate you.
Yeah.
I wasn't baptized, so they would be like, get the fuck out of here. On one of me and Mark's first dates, we went into it was like wicked fucking hot out, and so we went into a what?
Where do you?
We went into a church to like okay, you know, but you know that really pretty church like right next to my apartment, it's like across the street.
Yeah.
Okay, so then they just have it open and it's like cool in there, and then there was a bunch of holy water, and me and Mark were like fucking around where he like spritzed it on me, and I was like ah, I'm melting, and we were like joking around in this church, and people were like trying to pray. It was very disrespectful, but I also think Mark was like, yeah, she's the one. But it was not kosher, and
That's. It's very funny.
honestly, there was only there's like two other people in there. I'm like,
God.
yeah,
You're forgiven.
yeah.
Get back in confessional. We
Yeah.
know you fucked your secretary
Right,
again.
It's really pretty in there. You should
All
go
right.
in.
You should go sprinkle the holy water. That's
Yeah.
totally what they want you to do with it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right. He's like into it, loving it.
It's just a hot day. We're just like washing our hands in the holy water.
Hey, it's New York City. I'm sure they've seen worse.
Oh, for sure. Okay, so anyway, this guy had a bunch of guilt for remarrying outside the Catholic Church, and in truth, there were multiple reasons why their marriage failed, including both Conrad and Gabor's wandering eyes. Damn, people fucked a lot back then.
Hell yeah.
Conrad had a drug problem, and he also had a really bad temper.
It sounds literally like he belonged in New York City.
Yeah, yeah.
What are you doing in small town Texas, man?
I know, right?
Anger problem, drug problem,
Yeah,
fucking a lot.
yeah.
Get back up here, my guy.
I do feel like before all the entertainment options that we have now, people are like, well, I'm bored as fuck with my life, so I guess I'll go like try to sleep with someone that's not my wife.
They definitely, yeah, probably.
Right? Like,
So you're saying that social media has reduced infidelity?
I actually think it might.
All right.
And also people are lazy.
That's true. I think that is a big thing.
Because they're like, oh, like I could go out and like, you know, sneak behind my girlfriend's back and go here and buy this girl a drink and blah, blah, blah. Or I could just open up my computer and see the hottest girl in the world naked
Yeah.
performing porn acts.
See that, and then I could go play my Xbox.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
That's literally all they want to do. All right, so he married, he had a lot of sex. I'm not hearing a lot about hotels, though. Is he running hotels or what?
He's running the hotel
Okay,
still.
the hotels are growing.
So before they got divorced, though, Conrad and Gabor had a daughter, Francesca. This part gets sad. She was Gabor's only child, and Gabor went on to marry another 7 times after Hilton. Seems like you might have been the problem, lady.
Yeah.
Just
7
saying.
times.
That's so many times.
That's that's a lot. 7 weddings?
Right.
That's a lot of planning.
And the other
You're
thing-
a professional at that point. You get to go into business.
Yeah.
Planning weddings. If you've planned 7 weddings.
Right.
It's a resume.
It really is. And also, like, how do you find 7 people that you want to marry?
She's clearly not having that high of a bar.
That's true. But also, why don't you
I think she might be obsessed with just getting married.
just go ahead and date them? Why do you got to marry them? And maybe she was religious and she didn't want to have sex until they got married. See,
Back to the
that
Catholic
is
Church.
an improvement
Back to the Catholic
of
Church.
going away from the Catholic Church, because that is insane that people used to wait until they were married.
Remember, even when we were young, that was still kind of in vogue. Like for like 2 seconds, I feel
it
like
was?
I feel like for like a second, like growing up, they were like, no sex until no, do whatever you want to do. Like,
Yeah.
Like, I feel like after like 12, everyone was like, yeah, just wear protection.
Yeah. Well, I think the narrative changed where, like, before.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like we grew up through that shift.
We did, yeah, because
Like, we hit the tail end of it.
people realized that telling kids just to abstain wasn't
working.
Yeah, and then people were getting pregnant because they have no idea how to fucking protect themselves.
Yeah. So then we had the banana.
Yes.
You put the banana, you put the condom on the banana.
How
And then you're
insane
in
is
class holding a banana with a condom on it. And you're
Yes,
just like,
you are.
I've never been more uncomfortable. I would like to report this.
Imagine being a sex ed teacher. I would be
That
so.
is immediately on a list.
Yeah.
You're immediately on a list.
Yeah.
You teach us sex ed? No. No, you do not.
No, you do not.
That's
You're
not
you're
true.
going to jail.
You're going immediately, at least on a no-fly list. I don't know why. You're not going anywhere. You're staying at least going to localize this.
Well, at least at an airport, I don't think they can diddle anybody, right? That's
true. It's
A lot of people around.
It's fair.
TSA.
Yeah, they have a thing for fruits.
Yeah. They're just like
Oh,
really
that's
big
not
fans
true.
of bananas. They just like want a ton of bananas to take home and make banana bread.
They're like, this is how I pay my groceries. I just have the kids put random condoms on various and at the end of class, they're like, scoop it all up. Let's head on home. Teacher salary's not great. I don't know what to tell you. That is silly.
Okay, so sadly, Francesca, the daughter, her life was filled with tragedy starting from her conception. So Gabor claimed that her daughter was a product of marital rape.
Oh my God.
I know, and even sued Francesca later in life.
Sued Francesca?
Yeah, for something unrelated.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
like,
She's like, not my fucking fault.
yeah,
Like,
Jesus Christ. I don't know what to tell
take it
ya.
up with Conrad.
Yeah,
Like,
oh my God.
that's so fucked up. Okay. So not only had she reportedly been a product of rape, but according to her, blah, 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 she was never treated equally by her father and her 3 stepbrothers. So Conrad reportedly initially denied that she even was his daughter because Zsa was running around town. Okay, so Francesca's relationship with her mom never improved, which is really sad because it's Zsa's only kid. I don't know a lot about Zsa Gabor. I know that she's iconic and all this stuff, but she kind of sounds like a freaking jerk.
So
Based
I'm
on
sorry,
this small tidbit.
I know when Matt will be like being sweet, he'll be like, "You're the most beautiful girl in the world," and I'm like, definitively, I'm not. Because if I was, that would be my fucking job.
So true.
That would be doing that for money.
Yep.
We are not doing that for money.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
So no.
I told
Stop
you this-
lying to me.
I told you this the other day. I was talking through a bit with Mark where I was like, I feel like the problem is I'm not ugly enough to tell this bit, but I'm also not like hot enough where I have to like address that. And he's like, yeah, you're definitely like somewhere in between. And we were like noodling on this bit together, and he was like, you're definitely not so hot that you should say anything, because then people are all gonna be in the audience like, what?
You're
No.
clearly in the middle ground.
Yeah.
Definitely not in that range.
He's like, you are firmly average, so how can we make this bit work? He's being so sincere. So anyway,
Well, did the bit work?
yeah, it did.
There you
actually.
go.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Figure it out exactly where it is.
Cool.
Come see her live.
Yeah, come see me live. Cool. So in 2005, Gabor and her last husband, some dude, accused Francesca of fraud, elder abuse,
Oh God.
and intentional infliction of emotional distress. That's
I didn't know you
heavy.
could accuse someone of that.
I know,
Just
right?
being a jerk.
Dude, I have a lot of people I would like to accuse of being a jerk.
Yeah. I mean, that's literally like what that last one. I didn't know you could go to court.
I would.
Intentional affliction of emotional distress.
Correct.
That's every politician I've ever met.
I know.
The entire government is doing that to
Distressing
me.
people.
Doing that to me. We're going to court.
They filed a suit against her in California court for allegedly attempting to pilfer equity from Gabor's Bel Air mansion. So,
Pilfer.
yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is that word?
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
Okay, Wall Street Journal.
Yeah, right? I was like looking at it. I was like, I don't know what this means. And I don't, does Laura know?
Yeah, they.
I guess it's like
it
psychic
stole
enough, right?
like pilfer is like
From the
it's
context.
fancy
I can
steal, stealing with fanciness,
Okay,
stealing with an attitude.
cool. All right.
That's the official
With a little, like,
definition.
cachet.
Yeah, with a little like swagger on
Yeah.
it. That's pilfering.
Oh, yeah. So Francesca claimed that she had her mother's blessing to refinance the property in order to save it from foreclosure, according to Forbes. The lawsuit was eventually dropped, but the emotional damage endured. So Francesca held a deep grudge against both her mother and her husband, telling her publicist that my mom wanted to be a princess, so she married an evil queen. But when Conrad died, so her dad, he left her only, I mean, it's a lot of money, but like a mere $100,000.
That's a burn in their world for sure.
That's like leaving somebody like $5.
That's in their world. Yeah, they're fucked.
So after, but he actually left most of his money to charity, which I was like, twist? He's a good person? What?
Yeah.
But I don't think he is. I think that it was motivated by the fucking Catholic Church again. Which, like, I guess that's a positive, like, point for Catholic Church.
They were like actually inspiring people to do good things.
Right.
Heaven forbid.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, literally, heaven forbid.
Why are we really? This has been a takedown of the Catholic Church in this episode.
I know. Has absolutely nothing to do with
Literally,
the Hilton.
yeah. I actually have very little cares even towards them, besides my mom's funny interaction with them.
Nice. So, blah, blah, blah. So then she tried to amend the will and was unsuccessful in doing so. And Francesca survived on odd jobs until she died of a stroke. And she also was living in her car at the end of her life.
That's so fucked to like see your daughter going through that.
It gets worse.
Oh no.
So when she
How?
died, her family didn't even claim her body at the morgue for 10 whole days.
It's one thing if you like don't have money or something like that, and like I can understand if like they clearly had the means. I'm sure they knew it was there.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
And they chose to. No, it's fucked.
It's so fucked. And so this has been basically a like setting the table and giving you guys all the information about like how it all started, the major players.
So point is the family's already fucked.
Yeah. It goes way before, like, because everyone's like, Paris Hilton was such a shame to the Hiltons or whatever.
Yeah,
and I'm like, no. There was a lot of shameful
Honestly,
shit
she
going
sounds
on.
she sounds like a stand-up character.
Truly.
Compared to the nonsense that was
Right.
we just heard about.
I know. So next week we're gonna do part 2 of this, where we talk about Kathy Hilton, the
Okay.
drama that she's in right now. We're gonna talk about how the family perceived her because she married into the family, and spoiler alert, not well. And then we're gonna talk about Paris and Nikki. We're gonna talk about Kyle Richards. It's gonna be really fun.
I'm excited because I kind of love Paris Hilton.
Yeah, I kind of respect her, honestly.
She's great.
She wanted to be famous, and then she became insanely famous.
Yeah. God forbid.
People liked and
I
subscribed.
wonder, has she done anything bad that I'm aware of? I guess we'll find out. We'll find out
Yeah.
next week if I'm allowed to continue
Oh,
liking
she's done
her.
terrible things. She went to jail for a little while.
She went to jail?
Yeah, that's a little teaser for you people out there.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun. I also loved that time, that like little blip of time where it was like her, Lindsay Lohan, and like Britney, and they were all
Nicole Richie,
Oh,
right?
Nicole Richie too. Like, and they were just
None of them ate.
mentally ill, and they wore these fucking pants that like barely covered their labias, and they would just hit the town, and they would be looking so fucked up in a car.
They were
that
always
they were
just
driving.
flashing their pussy to the the street was just always looking at their pussy.
Yeah, they flashed their pussy all the time. I'm like what?
Every week.
They didn't wear underwear.
No, it was like a thing they wanted to do. Luke,
what a
you
time
weren't
to be
born
alive.
yet. They were just running around, and also the best part about that is they were influencing fashion. So I'm trying to over there convince my parents who just got kicked out of the Catholic Church that I should be wearing jeans that barely cover the vagina
With your
slit.
whale tail.
Yeah, with a whale tail. And they're like, what? You're 11, first of all. Definitely no. And second of all, never.
That's crazy.
We live in Rhode Island, Laura.
Yeah.
Rein it in. You are not a Manhattan socialite.
And what an unflattering cut.
It's so
unflattering.
Well, that's the thing is it only looks even remotely good on anyone with 0% body fat, which is primarily prepubescent kids.
Right.
Which is
concerning.
It
is.
Which everyone is canceled.
Because even the skinniest people that I know, like they still have like a little bit of like a pooch or something.
Yeah, it's
know?
healthy.
Like,
just protecting your fucking uterus.
Yeah.
Like where your reproductive organs like need protection.
Yeah. Have you seen, by the way, this is another TikTok that I'm now describing.
That'll be good.
But I saw a TikTok where Julia Fox is wearing insanely low-rise pants.
Oh God, I haven't, but
I mean, when I say they're barely covering her labias, I mean it.
Wow.
It's crazy. And they go in like a V, like, so it's like up on her hips and then like V down.
They V down in?
They V down. I'll show you afterwards. And it's like.
We'll put it on the screen. If you're on YouTube, you're going to be in luck.
Yeah, there you go. But
or you're going to be horrified.
Fucking crazy. Yeah, you're going to have to blur it even though you can't even see her vagina.
It's censored.
I forgot about the fact that the whole world has seen Paris Hilton's vagina.
Like a lot.
Yeah.
Like not just once.
No, like all the time.
Did she have a sex tape?
She has. Yeah, that kind of launched her as the sex tape.
Good for
honestly,
her.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm excited to talk more about Paris and crew. Can we do a little Nicole Richie view in there too?
Absolutely.
I don't know if we can ever fit her into another episode otherwise.
Well, yeah, because she has a bunch of successful businesses that she does.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. But I don't think there's anything like wrong with the businesses. I think that they're operated well, so we can't talk about them. Do something bad.
How dare. I'm fired up. So, all right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. This one was off the rails, but God forbid.
Listen, we have fun. We hope you did too.
Yes.
Follow us for dates to see us live, and like and subscribe, please. And thank you.
Bye.
All right, bye.